Hi there, today we're taking a very special look at Spade. It is the new generation blockchain-based gaming platform aimed at all participants of the contemporary casino ecosystem. The project is built on top of the blockchain called Cardano, so let's take a closer look. The Cardano project itself is a very interesting piece of work that embraced the best practices and most far-reaching innovations in the area of cryptocurrencies and pack them into a single state-of-art system. It is being developed and maintained by a large team, comprised solely of PhDs in the field of programming and cryptography. It also has experienced engineers. Spade provides an environment for the design of gambling applications, which are characterized with close to absent transaction fees and proof-of-stake powered scalability. A mechanism to generate decentralized, provenly uniform randomness of arbitrary time spans. Smart contract functionality that allows for creativity in game design that is bounded solely by the fantasy of the developer and the demand for the resulting product, of course. Fairness of the outcome is essential for gambling. It is the core. Spade uses Cardano to design its ecosystem, so this can solve some problems that are normally associated with on-chain casinos. Transaction fees and scalability. The size of transaction fees is normally a function of the degree to which a given distributed system scales. Scalability can be defined as a relation between system resources and the number of nodes. Scalability systems gain inefficiency as new nodes join the network. BitTorrent and IOTA protocols are two prominent examples. Proof-of-work-based blockchain systems do not scale by construction. Maintaining a common ledger implies every node processing a full copy of this ledger. Without this condition, the security can be compromised, so there is no gain in efficiency when a new node joins the network. Ouroboros is a proof-of-stake protocol. This means that at any given time, a trusted set of nodes maintain the integrity of the system. This protocol was shown in an experimental setting to be resistant to a handful of attacks that are known to plague other systems and are directly relevant to gambling protocols. Ouroboros, the POS protocol underlying Cardano blockchain in its workings, fully relies upon generating unbiased entropy. So blockchain itself actually serves as a broadcast channel. The uniform randomness is generated on-chain. POS systems are heavily dependent on the ability to generate good quality randomness, to inject pure entropy into the system. Without it, the integrity of the protocol can actually be interrupted. This stems from the fact that if there is a way to actually manipulate the process of selecting an agent who is chosen to validate the next block, an adversary can bias the election process. This is the root of the infamous nothing at stake problem and invalidates the whole concept of POS-based distributed consensus protocols. Apart from probably random number generation, another precondition for the plausibility of POS protocols is that these numbers are actually delivered to everyone participating in the protocol. In other words, the delivery of uniform randomness has to be guaranteed on the protocol level. So in order for this to be a valid concept, especially from a formal academic perspective, Ouroboros must have a mechanism for generating and of course broadcasting good randomness. And in order for it to be scalable, the generation and verification processes must be computationally inexpensive. Ouroboros says it solves these problems by embracing two well-known protocols from the field of distributed consensus: a coin-tossing application of commitment, schemes, and verifiable secret sharing. Combining these two together creates a protocol for creating unbiased public randomness in a distributed adversarial setting with guaranteed output delivery. So this means that Ouroboros generates probably random numbers, guarantees that everyone will get them unchanged. So in order to create a truly universal platform where those with bright ideas can actually compete for their share in the overall pie, they actually need a simple language whereby simplicity would not come at the expense of the scope of application. Plutus is a general-purpose smart contract language developed by IOHK and implemented in Cardano. The core idea is that any type of financial transaction can actually be decomposed into a more simple one. So all the wide variety of complex financial instruments is actually comprised of a much smaller set of foundational elements that can create the entire transactional logic. Cardano is designed by matters of code and is supposed to follow very good practices. Its scripting language is tailored for financial applications. Security and execution can be extremely well understood. So with a certain degree of abstraction, you might actually be able to observe strong parallels between any financial derivative and most of the gambling applications. And these aren't just contracts between one or more parties, where the outcome is conditioned. So based on the white paper, it seems like an interesting project with some smart ideas. But you must remember that the ICO area is unregulated, and NewsBTC does not actually offer any sort of investment advice. If you would like to know more about the project, you can have a look at the white paper in the description. Make sure you do all your research before making any sort of investment decisions. Thanks for watching.